Hello Foam Fanatics, it's Gerard from Shifting Lands, and we want to craft in foam. And if we want to craft in foam, I thought, well, first of all, let's talk about foam. I have collected a few types of foam and I want to share my ideas about these types of foam. And as you can see, I'm standing behind a large sheet of EPS foam, which is in this case the white and black foam, and it has a very rough structure, and if I want to make very nice and very clean and very detailed projects, buildings, bridges, etc., this is not the type of foam I use. I do use it for mountains, making hills, but only for the structure itself, because then I have to plaster it and add bark, etc., etc. But apart from that, I would just want to show you the EPS, very nice, but not for the real job, the real craft. So we set that aside, and I do have a few foams I like very much. Now here I have a selection of foam. In total, 4 different types of foam. First of all, they are all XPS, so that's the way to go. The XPS is a kind of foam that is very hard compared to EPS. It has a very dense structure, but even between different types of foam, of XPS foam, you see differences in the way they cut, the way they look. Sometimes the grains are more open, some are finer, but in the end, after testing many types of foam, these are the ones. So in no specific order, although yes, let's start with the one everyone shouts about, which is the green one. The green one is the Styrodur. The Styrodur foam from BASF, produced in Germany. It's very nice, and I worked with this for many years, and I still do. But for me, it's not the holy grail. I mean, it's a very nice foam, it's very dense. It takes the texture on very well. But again, I work with it quite a lot because it was available just around the corner. But if you don't have the green foam, that might not be such a big issue, because there are some other types of foam that you might like, that I like, and you may find more easily. So anyways, the BASF Styrodur foam, the 3000 or 3035 CS series, is a very nice one. That one aside. Another one, okay. Then we have, oh, I will have to flip this one so you can see. This is Jacodur. Jacodur, I think it's also a German factory. By the way, green is green because it belongs to the BASF company. They have green in their products. And the Jacodur has purple. So it's more of a brand issue, and it has nothing to do with the quality of the foam. This type of foam is a little bit cheaper than Styrodur. Its grain is a little bit rougher, but it works again very well, and is maybe even more or better available than the green one. Again, it depends on where you're at. So a nice kind of foam I use also a lot. And then we have the blue foam. This is Roofmate, and let me feel. Okay, yeah, this is a sturdy Roofmate. I pinch the foam to feel its resistance, and this is a sturdy one. So you have from this company 2 types of foam, the Floormate and the Roofmate, and normally the Floormate is more pressure resistant than the Roofmate, but this one is actually quite well, so I think that's why I have it in my collection. This one has a very fine grain and takes texture very well. And having said that, I think I will do a separate video about how these types of foam behave when it comes to applying texture. Anyways, Roofmate is also a foam, widely available and works really well. Finally, I have a type of foam here which really amazes me. I found this foam roughly 1 month ago. It's called Sopra, and Sopra, not Oprah, but Sopra. S-O-P-R-A, and I got it at a local company, and there's nothing printed on, only the plastic wrap shows Sopra XPS foam. Very thick sheets, very dense, very hard, very nice. Very pleased with it, and it's the cheapest one of all. A few things. First of all, with all the sheets I've shown you, you've been looking at foam sheets, but mostly you've been looking at the coating, the protection layer that's on here. The real foam is underneath. Now, okay, the protection layer is foam as well, but it is water resistant. It is harder than the foam underneath, so texturing it is very hard, and painting will not be great. Gluing is a disaster, and there are some more things that you do not like about leaving the coat layer on, but maybe that's something for a later video. If you want to start, or if you want to start and you are in need of some foam, go to your local tool market or supplier and check out the types of foam. And when I mean check out the types of foam, most of all look at the structure. Now here I have, this is Styrodur, and here you have the top layer, which is this type of coating, the coating which you always need to remove. But if you remove the coating, then you get this type of surface. Now this is the side, but anyways, you see it's a very nice smooth surface, and if you look very closely, you see, how do you say it, the grain or the structure of the foam, and it's very dense. It's very even. So that is the first thing you need to check. How does the surface look like? If it's very nice, very even, then that's a good sign. Another thing is, if this is the top coating, then this is the bottom coating. So take your pointy finger and thumb and press. And if you really have to press hard, then that's a good sign. And if you can press it in easily, and you have to feel that it bounces back, it's less suitable. So these are a few things you might want to test when you are in your local hobby store, or where they sell foam in your country. Check that out, and if it feels well, just try a sheet and start crafting. Okay, so here a brief introduction of some types of foam you might be able to find yourself, and I hope you do, because it's really time to start crafting now, I think. So I wish you a lot of fun. Go out there, get your foam, get your wire hot, and start cutting. Have fun, guys.